Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be an update for my 2026 fragrance project, Project Pan. I don't know what the official name and the title is. You'll know it. But yeah, this is the first update. I actually have progress, which I didn't really think, not progress on everything, but I do have like a lot of, I don't know, for me, fairly good progress. That being said, I don't know if I'm really going to reach all my goals by the end of the year based on the progress that I do have. But either way, I'm having a good time with this and I'm liking the selection. So I'm just going to get into the update. I'll start with really quick the things that I did not use at all. The first one is the, actually both of these technically, my two like large alt fragrances perfumes. I technically, I started, if you can see it here, I started at this line here right after, I filmed the introduction right after I put that much into my leave-in conditioner, because that's how I use these alt fragrances perfumes mostly. I dump them into my leave-in conditioner that smells like raw ingredients. So right after, or right before I filmed the introduction, I cannot speak today, is when I did that. So this line hasn't moved because I have not since concocted a new one. However, I did just this past week finish that leave-in conditioner, so I'm actually gonna go to Target today and grab a new one, and next update you will definitely see this down by quite a bit, I'm hoping. Didn't make any progress on that one, as far as line markings. And then the Mistress, oh, and this was the terrestrial number 98, which is an alien dupe, and then the, I think it's dupe for Mademoiselle, which is Mistress. I just didn't use at all because I'm first focusing on this one. I also did not use any of my Toca Cleopatra items, so I have two of the hand cream body lotions, and then I have this Ulta atomizer that I filled up with the perfume, and it has a bit of perfume. Oh my god, I cannot talk. Perfume oil from the last thing that was in here. But this is where I was, and the line hasn't moved because again I didn't use it even once. I am totally fine with that because for me that is a spring summer scent, so I want to save it for that time of the year and actually use the scents that I like in the winter while it's still winter. And then the last thing that I didn't use in this past month is my 1000 Wishes from Bath & Body Works. I kind of just decided, not saying that I'm not going to use this at all, because if I go traveling and I want to bring a body spray with me, this probably would be my go-to. But this, as far as all three of the Bath & Body Works body sprays that I have in this project, is my lowest priority because one of the others is leaking, so I want to get that out as soon as possible, and the other one has a backup that has not even been used yet, so I want to get that one out as well. So for now, this one is just kind of waiting on the side. I did use my Rose Water and Ivy. This is the one that has a backup. I am kind of glad, even though this is taking me so long to get through, I realized I am kind of glad that I have a backup of it because it's just completely gone. You can't even get this in any form on Bath & Body Works. Previously you could get it in a candle or something like that. Now just not at all. So I did use this once or twice, but these take so much use to even show any sort of progress as far as line markings that it just I couldn't make a new line marking, so it's almost as if I didn't use it at all. My Velvet Sugar, which is the one that has a crack in it somewhere. I can't find it, otherwise I would try to tape this up, but I cannot find the crack, so I can never bring this with me traveling or else it will leak in my luggage. But this one does have visual progress. This is all that I have as far as visual progress though. I've used this so many times though. Actually, I did forget one item, which will show you just how much I used it. That item is my first empty of the year. Yes, I do already have an empty, and that is the Velvet Sugar body cream. It's completely gone. Like, I used it for the last time today, and I really had to squeeze it. Like, as you can see, I really had to squeeze like every last bit out of this just to get enough for one application. I wasn't even over, I mean, for other people's standards, I probably do overuse like body cream and lotion, but I like to get a thick layer of it so that it actually moisturizes my body. But for my standards, I was not even overusing this. I had to squeeze so much just to get enough to use it today. So this is done, but every time I use this, which I would only use this when I was showering in the morning, because I like to use matching body lotions and body sprays at the same time just to increase scent longevity. So I only use this on the days where I showered in the morning instead of at night, which happened a lot more than I usually do because I just am a night shower. But still, I showered at night way more often. So like I said, I finished this today. I was really trying to get this done. And every time I use that, of course, I use this on top. So like using this the same amount of times as that body lotion and with reapplications, I still only made this amount of progress. I still do think that if I just continue to use this throughout the year, I could finish it. However, I do like this scent more in the fall winter, but I think I'm just going to have to really, I'm being so dramatic, I'm gonna have to push through and use this in the spring summer as well, I'm thinking, because I really do like, this is, I think, my top priority for this project. I really just want to get this out. Then my second priority for this project is my Rogue Love by Rihanna body spray. I was able to make visual progress on this as well. I mean, for everything else I'm showing you, I was able to make visual progress. But this is my second priority because this has, at least last year when I put this into my, initially at the beginning of the year, this was in my 25 and 2025 project for my fragrance category, because I noticed this started smelling like alcohol, and that is one of the two ways that I notice a fragrance is starting to go bad. Either it smells like alcohol, or the like perfume is starting to change color. So I just knew this was expiring, and you just cannot find this anymore. It's not made anymore, and I love it. I haven't noticed, even though it's been a year since I first noticed it starting to go bad, it hasn't like drastically changed. Like, it still smells fine. It's not very obviously bad, or else I wouldn't be using it. But I do want to use as much of this as possible. I don't know if I'll finish it because this is where I am now. I was able to make that much progress since I first rolled it in a month ago, which I think is the most progress out of anything in this project, because I was not limited to only using this when I would shower in the morning so that I could use a lotion with it. So I do think I used this the most this past month. That being said, I still don't think, well, I'm being pessimistic, but I don't know if I'll be able to finish this by the end of the year, because once spring or like maybe summer hits, maybe I'll still use this in the spring, but definitely once summer hits, I want to be using stuff like my Rosewater and Ivy and my Toca Cleopatra, because those are like light fruity floral scents. And this one is just, again, a fall winter scent for me. So yeah, I'll just have to see where I end up with this, but I'm very happy that I was able to make this amount of progress. The last two items in this project are my other alt fragrances, but these are the small size. And as you can see, I was able to make gigantic jumps on these, but I can't even remember if I mentioned this in the introduction, because I think I did this like before I edited and uploaded the introduction, but not by the time I had filmed. So I don't remember whether or not I mentioned this. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. But I did not use this much product of these two. I just put them in my other Ulta atomizers. This one is Simply Another, and then this one is Falcon. The way I measure these is I flip them upside down, because like when they're full, you cannot see past this. I'd have to unscrew it basically for you to see past this part of the packaging. So I usually flip these over and then just mark where the air bubble is. However, I only have one line marking on these right now, because when I filled these two up, I literally filled them not to brag, but I literally filled them up so perfectly that there was not even a speck of an air bubble in either of these. So they were just completely full. And now I've used these, I don't know if you can see it. So this is where this one is, and then this is where the other one is. They're like fairly even, I would say. I used both of these. I do like the scent of both of these. I did, side note, apparently this one, Falcon, which is supposed to be a dupe for it's either Altair or Altair. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Altair perfume, which I didn't know is a cologne, which I don't care. I like literally do not care about that as long as I like the scent. But apparently it's a cologne. However, to me, it smells totally unisex. Like I would have never really thought of it being a cologne because it doesn't smell like a typical cologne. It's just that cola scent that I love. This one, however, does kind of smell a little bit like a cologne. And again, I don't care because I just like the way it smells. But apparently this is just like meant to be a perfume. These did get a little bit extra use because I work in the public health lab for my county. We get a lot of rabies bodies, and for whatever reason, just this past month, I don't know if the skunks are out more, we've been getting a lot of skunks submitted to our lab. So we're the ones who receive the samples. So sometimes we'll get like a really stinky one, and I was letting my lab mates and myself borrow these so that we could spray a bit on ourselves so that we could survive through our shift because it was really tough. So yeah, this got a bit extra use this past month. I don't know how often that'll happen, but I keep both of these in my purse. These are like my touch-up scents, at least for now, because again, well, maybe the Simply Another, it's more of a kind of just light musky fragrance. I could probably use this all year, but the Falcon is again a fall winter scent, so I'm gonna try to get most of my use on it now. But these two are just living in my purse as my touch-up perfume, so I don't have to bring a whole bottle with me. That is it for my first update for my fragrance project. I'm very excited for this year. I originally, when I first thought of this project, I literally only thought it was going to be my 3 Bath & Body Works body sprays and then continuing trying to pan the rest of my perfume samples, and it's kind of just morphed into something completely different, and I'm very happy about it because I feel like I am where I need to be as far as panning my fragrances that are getting really old and that I want to get out of my collection. So just stay tuned for next update for sure. Again, I'm going to have a decent amount of progress on this one because I'll be starting a new leave-in conditioner, and then I'm sure I'll have plenty. Sorry if you can hear all the noise from banging on the plastic container I have this in, but I'm sure I'll have a lot more use on my purse fragrances again as well. I don't know where this will be next time. I feel like it could go one of two ways. Either I'll start using this a lot more because I don't have to restrict myself to only using this with the lotion, or because I'm not trying to finish the lotion anymore, maybe I just won't use it at all and I'll only be using this. I honestly have no idea. It could go one of two ways. So yeah, stay tuned to see all that, and until then, I will just see you in my next video, and until then, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.